Okay, good morning beautiful girls. Today is Wednesday and I'm on to rehab. So I'm just getting ready. I'm up, I think it's 5:30 or 6 a.m. The class starts at 7:30 but I had to leave at 6:20 to get there on time. So I'm just getting ready. I'm putting my pump cover shorts on and then my Gymshark pump cover shirt on. Love to always start covered up and then take everything off. Not too sure why, but really helps the ego and the confidence. And then I'm just putting on my shoes and socks, getting ready to go into the session. So I'm starting off today's rehab session with my plyometrics. This is my velocity block, so I'm just doing crossover hops with a double jump on each leg, and then I go straight into a jump over a hurdle and then into a lateral bound. I do 3 reps of these each side. So these are just movements that I need to do for my rehab for the ACL, MCL injury I had 9 months ago, so I can return back to sport. And this program is made by Athletes Authority, my physio, who is Seb Wall. And then I follow it through with the third plyo movement, which is a drop box jump. So I'm just dropping off the box with one leg and jumping up as fast as I can. The whole point of this one, the focus of it, is to jump from the floor as fast as possible back into the air. I perform 3 rounds of these 3 movements. I then am moving into my first strength phase. So I'm going into a trap bar deadlift and it's superset with a plyo banded broad jump. So I'm just warming up with my trap bar deadlifts now. I'm at 60 kilos and I'm just going for 10 just to make sure my legs feel good and I'm practicing the form, as I did do running yesterday, so I want to make sure I'm not overcompensating with my lower back on these movements. So now I'm moving up to another warm-up set of 80 kilos. And I'm going to perform these for, I think I went for 4 to 6 reps as well, practicing the movement and just getting the blood flow in. It's super important when you're doing a trap bar deadlift, you make sure the bar is as close as possible towards you and you're in the center of it. And when you're going down, you're not in a complete squat, your bum is actually kind of lifted, a bit more towards an RDL position. You are pulling the bar first, so you're carrying the weight. As you can see, my shoulders and my lats engage, and then you're driving your feet through the floor to press the weight up. And then when you're coming to a stand, your chest is just coming out to the top, and then you're not pushing your hips through, you're just standing completely aligned. I then continue to another warm-up set. I'm now at 90 kilos. I think I performed 3 to 4 reps of this, and then I move to my last warm-up, which will be 100 kilos before my first working set. So this is my last warm-up at 100 kilos. I did this last week for 4 reps, but today I'm only going for 3. So I kept it as a warm-up, and I was going to up the weight for my first working set to 105 to 110, depending on how this 100 moved. And I'm following through with the superset broad banded jump. So I've got the band around my hips, and then I'm just jumping out as far as I possibly can to the center. Okay, so this is my first working set. I'm now going to 110 because 100 felt quite smooth. So I'm really trying to focus on the position and then engaging my lats and upper body to pull the bar before I drive my legs through and push to the ground. I really want to make sure that this is quite dominant on my legs and no lower back or upper body is lifting the bar. These reps felt actually quite good. I was so surprised. It felt like they actually moved really slow, but now looking back, they actually moved quite like a normal speed, which was really good to see. You can see my little cheeky smile on my face, happy to see that I got 110. And then going again into my broad banded jumps, jumping out as far as I possibly can, walking back, and then repeating. I do 3 reps of this and 3 reps of the trap bar, and I'm doing 3 sets as well. This is my last set of the trap bar and broad jump superset, and I decided I want to take my pump cover off, really get all the confidence and colours out today in my nice cute little new set from Navigation. So I'm just finishing off my last set of this first strength block, and then I'm going to show you the next movements.
I wouldn't say bad.
Didn't feel as like, I feel like my
Yeah, you weren't quite as engaged as the others.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't say like bad things about what you do and you have to stop there.
Yeah.
It's just, you're tired. Last set.
Yeah.
You just weren't quite fully engaged. But besides that, it was good.
Okay, so next in my program is another little strength component, and I'm doing a superset of dead stop hip thrust for 8 reps, and then I'm moving into a rear foot elevated split squat, also known as a Bulgarian split squat, for 8 reps as well, and I'm going for 3 to 4 sets of this. So this is just a warm-up set. I'm at 100 kilos, going for 8 because I know that my top set is 140 to 150, so I'm just working up to that. So the 100 felt quite smooth as I expected, so I'm going to put on 140. I don't like to warm up too much with the hip thrust because I did already do a lot of warm-ups in the plyo and the other strength component of the trap bar deadlift. I also am quite familiar with hip thrust, so I don't need too much of a warm-up. I know what my strengths are. So I'm putting on 140 to the bar, and I'm going to go into one more warm-up set. So this is 140 now, I'm going for 8 reps. Making sure I'm getting to the top position and locking out. I do need to work on controlling the movement of my upper body. It should not be moving as far back, but you'll see in the next couple clips, one of my coaches points it out for me as I wasn't able to notice whilst performing the reps myself. Which is also like a really key point to note. It's so good to always have a coach around you, or if you're recording, you can tell by yourself. Like when I watch this back, I can tell now. So it's always such a handy thing to have yourself record. Even if you're not posting it anyway, just for you to have feedback to look back and see if you're performing the reps properly. And if you are Like, that's amazing, you've got the number record now, and if you aren't, what can you fix? So I felt pretty confident with the 140. So I put it up to 150 because I did do this weight last week and it felt quite good. Today, unfortunately, my form was a little bit off, but I will have a little bit of demonstration to show you why and what I need to fix and focus on the next time I do this, when I do go to a heavier weight, such as 150 for 8 reps. And then I am pairing it again with the rear foot elevated split squat. I'm using the 12.5 in each hand. I'm going for 8 each leg, really focusing on getting the depth as far down as I can without my knee touching the floor, and then coming straight back up, making sure I'm also quite stable and balanced, because that's a really key component of the whole lift itself as well. I also slightly tilt my torso forward to really engage and lengthen the glutes in the best position possible to make sure they're working a bit more dominantly over the quads.
Isn't the heat than in the aircon?
Sorry?
I must be weird. I'd rather train in the heat downstairs than in aircon.
No. So you get all like real sweaty.
Yes. I'm working.
Were you one of those F45 people as well?
No.
Who go there for the sweat?
No. Definitely not. That's not my style of training.
Do you do more strength or do you more like CrossFit kind of stuff?
I'm just actually trying to bowl, I do more strength now. I used to do a lot more CrossFit stuff. There's more strength. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 like on each side. Like one with our missus and one on Friday with the boys.
Oh yeah. What sport do you play? What do you play? Cricket. Wow. Those are like 8-hour days.
Yeah, my missus really enjoys it.
Oh no, she does not.
Really enjoys. Yeah, it's like that. The question now is very much, so you're retiring soon?
Yeah. How long have you been playing for?
I've been playing first grade for 15 years.
Oh,
I'm old.
I've watched one video in my life.
So this is my second set of the 150, and I do have a coach here with me, as he's picked up on my first one that it didn't look as stable as it was supposed to. So he's coaching me through this one.
Good drive through the hips. Hips first, that's better.
I have to be here. That's actually not. Because you just said to get that.
Yeah.
If I'm here, going through my hips, my range is actually that, and I'm fully extended, my glutes are fully engaged. And if you lock on, that's straight. But there'll be a slight difference with my rings and the stack. And doing this is actually would be like me doing a deadlift and doing this. Where we know deadlift, none else here.
Yeah.
That's my full extension.
Yeah.
But people do this thing and get more range.
Yeah.
No, just
Okay, I'm moving into my final set of the hip thrust and split squat variation, superset, sorry. You can see my little cheeky smile because I'm trying to really focus on the points he gave me, because when I do go heavier, I do overcompensate on height over engagement for some reason. So we're just trying to work on that. So I do have this little cheeky smile on because I know I'm being watched now. So just doing my best to really keep everything nice and close in, tucking my hips at the bottom before I come up to the top, so I'm all in a line before I even reach the top engagement point. And just wrapping out 8 of these. I did have to take a quick breather and then just finishing off the set here. Next, I'm moving on to the last little components of the workout. It's a bit of a shorter workout. That's because I have to finish off with conditioning. So I'm not too mad about it. So I'm finishing off with a core superset. So I'm doing a hollow hold for 20 seconds. And then I'm moving into a GHD side hold with a plate overhead press, which I will show you in the next video. But the hollow hold is just pretty much going into a V, making sure my back and shoulders stay off the floor and keeping my legs up. Pretty much just engaging the core the whole time. This is actually quite horrible, but I'm pretty good at this, so don't mind it. And then this is the GHD side hold overhead press, such a mouthful. It's my second time doing these. It's a bit more of an advanced exercise purely because the other core exercises weren't doing me too much. So you're supposed to stay on your side, kind of like into a plank position, and then you're pressing overhead. I think I should have been a little bit lower in my hold, but on this side I think I do a bit better of a job. This is purely just really engaging the core and adding in a bit of like movement as you would in sport, because you're obviously not going to be so stable the whole time. So this is very focused towards my rehab. And then the last component I'm finishing off with is intervals on the bike. It's called off-feet conditioning. First of all, I hate the bike. Second of all, the bike hates me. But anyways, we move on. So I'm doing 3 minutes on at a 145 to 155 watt capacity, and then going into 2 minutes of a 105 to 110 watt capacity. I'm doing this 4 times, so I'll be on the bike for about 20 minutes. I did start recording the first round as normal, and then realised that you probably don't actually want to watch me pedal on a bike for that long. So in the next clip I did time lapse it, and I've just kept a little bit of that in. But yeah, this is very awful. This is conditioning to make sure my fitness and my endurance of my legs is good, and being able to add in volume without actually putting it too much pressure on my knee, just so that we don't agitate it or overuse it and injure it in any other way. So off-feet conditioning is a really good one if you do have any injuries in your lower body, because you're still able to get the heart rate up, the endurance and the volume in without actually causing too much stress upon the body in any other way, such as running or stuff like that. And this is me in the time lapse. Oh my god, actual super fast. It's actually kind of sad because this is no way, like this is not how I was moving, but I look like I'm moving mad and kind of love that for me. But yeah, this is the end of the session as well. Okay, I just finished my session. Feeling pretty damn good. Look at that. Okay, I just realised I didn't film an outro, so this is gonna have to be it. I'm just gonna do the bikini and sat outside for a bit, so sorry for how I look. Definitely remember next time that I have to film an outro. But thank you so much for watching my rehab session. I really do hope you enjoyed tagging along with me. Unfortunately, again, the mic did have a bit of a malfunction, so I did have to voice over this, but I super promise that next time I will be mic'd up properly and it will be turned on, ready to go, volume up, all that. So I do really hope you enjoyed, and this gave you a little bit of a push if you are in like an injury state to like keep that, to know that you can actually like recover and get going. As well as if you just don't feel like the gym, this gives you a bit of a push to like literally get your ass in the gym and get going as well. Make sure you like and subscribe, and head to my Instagram at Swavy Squats and follow me as well, and look at all the other content that I do post. And if you aren't interested in a program, there is a link in my bio. Make sure you click that or you DM me, and we can have a massive chat about what you need to do to get to your goals. Bye!